Welcome to PPS Tech University. Thank you for joining us today for this tutorial of the PowerTeacher Pro Gradebook for the middle school and high school. First, you'll log into PowerSchool. From here, you can choose the PowerTeacher Pro link on the left-hand side, or you can choose any of the PowerTeacher Pro links beneath one of your classes to go directly into grading for that class. Once you've logged into PowerTeacher Pro, you'll be brought to this assignments screen. I'm just going to take a few moments to walk you through the options that appear on this screen. At the top center, you'll see the class that you're working with. You can click on this to choose to work with a different class. At the top near the right, you'll see this plus sign. We'll use this in a moment to create an assignment. There's a notification bell you can click if any notifications come across. There is a built-in help menu in PowerTeacher Pro. If you'd like to explore that to get more detailed information on any features, that's available to you. You can click your initials at the top right and choose how you would like the text to appear. You can choose whether it's going to be small, medium, or large. I'm going to set mine to medium. On each screen, you'll see this settings icon at the top right. Depending on the screen that you're on, the options here may change. This is specific to the screen that you're on. And this one is very important. This shows you the term that you're working with. The dates that appear are connected to the terms. So you always want to be sure that you have the correct term selected that you want to be working with. Let's start by adding an assignment. Click on the plus sign and then click Assignment. The assignment window opens. Here is where you can select which class or classes you'd like to assign this to. You can choose just one class or multiple classes. You'll need to give your assignment a name. If you're using categories for this class, you can select the category here. This due date will appear in the parent and student portal, so it's important to set a due date for the assignment if it's something that's going to be due in the future. You can choose whether your score type is going to be points, a percentage, a letter grade, or just collected only. Set the score entry points and you can choose whether you're going to count this assignment as part of the final grade. You'll see this description box below. You can add a description here. You have some text editing tools to make it look nice. You can even add a link here. This description will show on the student portal, so they'll be able to see exactly what you're assigning. At the top, you'll see that there is a Students tab. In my case, I'm working with just one test student in this class. You'll see a list of all of your students, and you'll be able to select if you want to assign this to just a few of them. There's also a Standards tab, which if you are a middle school or high school teacher, you won't see anything here. This is really for just for just elementary students. The Publish tab will allow you to choose if you want to publish this assignment immediately. That means that it will appear for the students in their portal right away. In most cases, I'm sure you'll want to do that. When you're ready, you can click Save and Close. And you'll see that the assignment appears on your list. When you're ready to grade the assignment, you have a couple of options. You can come to your assignments screen and click on the title of the assignment. This will bring you to a screen where you'll see your list of students, and you'll be able to score just this one assignment. There is another option where you can view your entire score sheet. That's available here by clicking A+ grading on the left-hand side, and then click Score Sheet. This screen will show you any course grade that's already been calculated. Notice this is for just this term. We're on T1, so this would be the T1 grade for now. You'll see any assignments that have been graded in the past and any that need to be graded now. To grade the new assignment, click in the cell under the assignment name, and the grading panel opens on the right-hand side. You can click the numbers to enter the grade, or you could type them in. You'll also notice that you have these buttons at the bottom of the grading panel. If needed, you could exempt a student from this assignment or mark it incomplete or absent or any of the other options here. When you do that, you'll notice that a little icon appears in the grading box for that student, and the students and parents will see that as well on their portal. When you've completed your grading, be sure to click Save at the bottom. Now I'd like to show you how to create some custom categories if you'd like to do that. Your gradebook will come preloaded with some categories like homework, project, and test, but you can create your own if you'd like to. To do that, you're going to click on Grading on the left side, and then click Categories. There are some very important things to note here in this Categories section. If you're going to add new categories, you'll need to be sure to follow a second step and then also include those categories in your traditional grades calculation. I'll show you how to do that in just a moment. In your list of categories, you'll see this school icon near some of the names. These categories have been set by the district. You won't be able to edit these, but you can add new ones. So if you'd like to, you can click on the plus at the top of the screen and then choose to add a category. Here you'll see some similar options that we had when we were adding an assignment. You can choose to use this with just certain classes, or you can choose to use it with all classes. Give your category a name, and then you can choose which color will be associated with it. If you'd like to give it a description, you can do that here as well, and then click Save. If you've been using categories for a while and you have one that you hear that you don't want to use, you could even do this with some of the given district categories. You can click the pencil icon and mark it inactive. Now, if you'd like to, and if you've already marked some inactive, you can click this box at the top so that you can even show the inactive ones. And you'll see the ones with the green check are active. Without that, they are inactive. You can use these order arrows to change the order in which these categories will appear on your lists. So we created this new category called Assessment. We now need to make sure that this category is going to count toward the final grade. Otherwise, any assignments that you put under this category won't be counting. To do that, you're going to click on the settings icon on the left over here, and then click Traditional Grade Calculations. Here you'll see the list of all of your classes in this accordion style menu. To click on the class that you're working on, click the arrow next to the class name, and you'll see here that you have all of your reporting term names. It's going to be very important to set up your categories for the T terms, so T1, T2, T3, T4. M2 is your mid-year exam, M4 is your final exam. And then the Y1, that's your overall final course grade for the entire course. You will not edit the weighting for this unless you are an AP teacher. This would only be adjusted for AP classes. It's very important not to touch this unless you are an AP class teacher. If you have questions about that, please check in with your content supervisor or email helpdesk@pembrokek12.org and we'll be happy to help you. To edit your categories for the term, you find the term name and click the pencil icon. You'll see here we don't have the assessment category added. In order to add that, we have to click the plus sign at the top, and you'll see a new line appears here. You'll want to select category weighting, choose the new category you just added that you'd like to include, and then adjust the percentages appropriately as you would like them to be. When you're done, click Save. You'll also need to make sure you remove any of the categories that you won't be using. In the previous screen, I had inactivated the project category. So here, I'll click the minus symbol to remove it. Just remember to also adjust your weights as well. When you're done with all of this, you can click Save. If you'd like to calculate your term grades using total points instead of using category weighting, you can do that as well. you'll click the pencil icon, and instead of having this say category weighting, you'll choose the total points option. And then just make sure to remove any of the additional weighting and change your weight to 100%. When you're done, click Save. Now that you've set up your weighting for Term 1, you'll need to make sure you do the same for T2, T3, and T4, and as well as doing the same in any other classes. You can do that by clicking the pencil icon next to each term and making those changes manually. That's certainly easy enough to do. There is a copy option if you'd like to do that. You can click the settings icon at the top and then choose Copy Traditional Grade Calculations. The first thing you'll want to do is to copy the T1 within the class that you're working with, so choose the Within a Class option. You're going to choose the class from the drop-down. This is the one that we just set up. Now this is the From class, so we want to choose the reporting term that we're copying from, and that's T1. Now we're going to choose the class and term that we're copying to. So you're going to copy it to T2, T3, and T4. Then click Validate. Once you've verified that this is definitely what you want to do, click Copy. Now you'll see that that has been copied into your subsequent terms. Now you can copy that setup to your other classes as well. Again, click the settings icon at the top and choose Copy Traditional Grade Calculations. Now you leave it on the To Another Class option. Select your term at the top if it's other than the current school year. Now again, we're in the From Class section here, so choose which class you're copying from. Choose the To term that is going to, which is again the same as the term now. And then choose the classes you're copying to. When you're done, click Validate. Confirm that this is what you want to do by looking at the checkboxes and the term names here, and then click Copy. Now you'll see that those settings have been copied to all the terms in your other classes. Now I'd like to show you a few tips for taking a look at your grades when it comes time for report cards. Let's click on the A+ grading on the left-hand side and go to our score sheet. You'll see that we are on Term 1. So here the course grade for T1 appears. If you would like to override this for a student, perhaps we want to give this a student an A, you can click on the course grade and change this to an A by just editing it. Also, be sure to edit the percentage as well. When you're done, click Save. Now you'll notice, because we manually edited this grade, you'll see a black triangle in the top corner in both of these grading cells. That means that that's an edited grade. It will no longer be calculating based on the assignment grades that have been entered. If you change your mind and you'd like to revert back and have PowerSchool calculate it again for you instead, all you have to do is click this circular arrow and it will reset it to the PowerSchool calculation. Now, if you're a high school teacher and you need to exempt some students from taking a mid-year exam or a final exam, that's covered in a different video. Please check out the PPS Tech University tutorial for exempting a mid-year or final exam. For now, I'm going to show you one more screen that could be helpful when you're looking at your final term grades. You're going to click on the A+ grading on the left-hand side and go to All Reporting Terms. As we move through the year, you'll see that this can come in handy because you'll be able to see what the grades were for prior terms. You can also click into these cells and make edits here if you'd like. That's all for this tutorial of the PowerTeacher Pro Gradebook for middle school and high school. Please check out our training series for more videos.